Good morning. Michael here. And as my mind goes to those lovers of lies who create such chaos, I am heartened today by the story of Job. And today we're looking at Job chapter 19, verse 33, I believe. So let's look at chapter 19 before we get into that exposition. Chapter 19. Then Job answered and said, How long will ye vex my soul, and break me in pieces with words? These 10 times have ye reproached me. Ye are not ashamed that you make yourselves strangers to me? And be it indeed that I have erred, mine error remaineth with myself. If indeed ye will magnify yourselves against me, and plead against me my reproach, know now that God hath overthrown me, and hath compassed me with his net. Behold, I cry out of wrong, but I am not heard. I cry aloud, and there is no judgment. He hath fenced up my way that I cannot pass, and he hath set darkness in my paths. He hath stripped me of my glory, and taken the crown from my head. He hath destroyed me on every side, and I am gone, and my hope hath he removed like a tree. He hath also kindled his wrath against me, and he counteth me unto him as one of his enemies. His troops come together, and raise up their way against me, and encamp round about my tabernacle. He hath put my brethren far from me, and mine acquaintances are verily estranged from me. My kinfolk have failed, and my familiar friends have forgotten me. They that dwell in mine house, and my maids, count me for a stranger, and am an alien in their sight. I called my servant, and he gave me no answer. I entreated him with my mouth. My breath is strange to my wife, though I entreated for the children's sake of mine own body. Yea, young children despise me. I arose, and they spake against me. All my inward friends abhorred me, and they whom I loved are turned against me. My bone cleaveth to my skin and to my flesh, and I am escaped with the skin of my teeth. Have pity upon me, have pity upon me, O ye my friends, for the hand of God hath touched me. Why do you persecute me as God, and are not satisfied with my flesh? O that my words were now written, O that they were printed in a book, that they were graved with an iron pen, and lead in the rock forever. For I know that my Redeemer liveth, and that he shall stand at the latter day upon the earth. And though after my skin worms destroy this body, yet in my flesh shall I see God. That's verse 36. Whom I shall see for myself, and my eyes shall behold, and not another, though my reins be consumed within me. So yes, the reference verse is verse 26. In my flesh shall I see God. And Spurgeon expounds. Mark the subject of Job's devout anticipation. I shall see God. He does not say I shall see the saints, though doubtless that will be untold felicity, but I shall see God. It is not that I shall see the pearly gates, I shall behold the walls of jasper, I shall gaze upon the crowns of gold, but I shall see God. This is the sum and substance of heaven. This is the joyful hope of all believers. It is their delight to see Him now in the ordinances by faith. They love to behold Him in communion and in prayer, but there in heaven they shall have an open and unclouded vision, and thus seeing Him as He is, shall be made completely like Him. Likeness to God. What shall we wish for more? And the sight of God. What can we desire better? Some read the passage, "Yet I shall see God in my flesh," and find here an allusion to Christ as the Word made flesh, and that glorious beholding of him which shall be the splendor of the latter days. Whether so or not, it is certain that Christ shall be the object of our eternal vision, nor shall we ever want any joy beyond that of seeing him. Think not that this will be a narrow sphere for the mind to dwell in. It is but one source of delight, but that source is infinite. All his attributes shall be subjects for contemplation, and as he is infinite under such aspect, there is no fear of exhaustion. His works, his gifts, his love to us, and his glory in all his purposes, and in all his actions, these shall make a theme which will be ever new. The patriarch looked forward to the sight of God as a personal enjoyment. "Whom my eye shall behold, and not another." Take realizing views of heaven's bliss. Think what it will be to you. Thine eyes shall see the King in his beauty. All earthly brightness fades in darkness as we gaze upon it. But here is a brightness which can never dim, a glory which can never fade. I shall see God. Yes, God be praised. God be praised. Michael here declaring, Jesus is Lord. Till next time. Well, good.